Time. Continuing the vidui, the next paragraph discusses latznu. We scoffed, made fun of, we thought it wasn't important. And over there it says, one of the sins is, hey, we took loans and we didn't pay back. So a person has to do Teshuva by paying back all the people he owes money to. But also included in this is also the sin of making a pledge, making a vow and not paying. The Gemara Masechet Rosh Hashanah discusses how a person who gave a korban, he promised to give a sacrifice in the temple, if one Yom Tov passes, he missed the mitzvah, the positive commandment of giving the korban on time, and if he missed 3 holidays, the Shalosh Regalim, he transgressed a negative transgression of Bal Ta'acher, of not going and delaying the sacrifice. He delayed the sacrifice, he shouldn't have waited so long. And the Rishonim, many of the Rishonim learn, this applies also by Tzedaka. Whenever a person pledges Tzedaka to the Bet Knesset, this is also considered a vow. It's also considered to the Shul is like a Bet HaMikdash. So therefore a person has to know it's a similar vow. The Gemara Sechet Shabbat, the Gemara Sechet Nedarim says very bad, scary things that happens to a person when he makes pledges and he doesn't pay. King Solomon writes in Kohelet that it would be better that a person does not say the vow if he knows he cannot pay. Better not to say the vow at all. What's the point of bringing all this damage to yourself when you go and you say, 101 or 505, 1000, and then you know you're not going to pay? Better don't say anything. Why should you say something and Chas v'Shalom bring all these bad things? The Gemara says, Chas v'Shalom, a person's wife dies very young, a person's children pass away very young. For this, we make vows and we don't keep our vows. That's what Shulchan Aruch writes also in Siman Resh Nun Zayin in Yoredea, that in the laws of Tzedaka, once the Gabbai Tzedaka asks you and says, "No, pay your balance. Where's your balance?" And you say, "Okay, I will." Over there already, a person, if he does not pay, he's transgressing Bal Ta'ahar. According to the Shulchan Aruch, you're already transgressing a sin of not paying the pledge on time. So therefore, a person, whoever has a balance, definitely, before Rosh Hashanah, he should clear his balance, he should pay his balance. And if you know you cannot pay your balance or you cannot go and pay even in any future pledges, so don't make any pledges. Why should you go and sound very nice to say big numbers on the holiday and you know you can't pay these numbers? What's the point of saying all this stuff? Therefore, a person should avoid doing so. Rather, he should focus on paying his balance. But also, part of this is paying tzedakah. It's very important to pay tzedakah. It's very important to give tzedakah. And everybody should be giving maaser. We know that according to Sfaradim, halachically speaking, maaser is only a minhag. But the Gemara Masechet Ta'anit says, whoever gives maaser, it's a segula to become wealthy. This is one of the places of the Torah you're allowed to test HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Look at HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I gave maaser, I gave my 10%. Where's my dividends? Where's the profits? Where's the bracha you promised in the Torah to give to the person? Aser kedei titasher. You should go, you promise in the Torah that you will give, the Gemara says, you will give maaser in order to become wealthy. So therefore a person should give 10%. According to Shulchan Aruch, the most highest form of tzedakah is to give 20%. Homish, and that's the maximum. A person should not give more than that, because afterwards he'll become needy, chas v'shalom. But up to 20%, 1/5 of what he earns, he should be given tzedakah if he's able to. The Rambam says in tzedakah that the Geula will come through what? Through tzedakah. If you think about it, all these organizations we have, they make kiruv and make everybody choser b'tshuva and do so much chesed in the community. How do they survive? Only through tzedakah. So the Rambam says the only way the Geula will come is through tzedakah. If we're very hazak about the mitzvah of tzedakah, not just give 10%. Some people don't even give 10%. Some people said, bless Rabbi, 20,000 I gave this year. I gave $20,000 tzedakah. I say, yeah, but how much do you make a year? You made 20 million this year. 20,000 for you is nothing. What's so special you gave 20,000? Give 10%, give 20%. Then it's something, then it's a special mitzvah. So therefore a person has to know, if you're not giving your 10% at least, or giving your 20%, you should really think about it and say, I should be giving my tzedakah, because the will tell you, all this money, first of all, it's not ours. The Midrash Tanhuma says, whoever has money and can give tzedakah and does not, he holds it to himself. It's considered like stealing, the Midrash says. Why if you have extra, why can't you give to other people? I know a person, he told me, he used to wear a Rolex, he used to wear Patek Philippe, he used to wear Cartier, all these things. I said, where's your watches? You don't wear your watches anymore. He says, I am embarrassed. He said, why? He said, I see people in the street, they don't have what to eat. How can I wear these kind of things? Chas v'shalom, I'd rather sell it, I'd rather keep it on the side and give to other people. Why should I make myself, I should flex on people, I should drive and wear fancy things in front of people who don't have, make them jealous? For what? What do I need this for? Why do I need this headache on myself? So therefore a person has to ask himself, Haz v'shalom, we can't see other people not barely surviving. I can't send it to yeshiva. They don't have food for Shabbat. We have widows. We have divorcees. We have single parents. We have people who are very, very lost. They need a lot of help. And a person has to be able to support his community. Our community comes first. Many years they wanted to build a JCC for the Jewish community in our community over here. We were saying how we need big donors, we need a place to get it, we need to build it. If we did a calculation one time, if all the Bukharian people in the community would give 10%, we came out to a number like $500 million a year. You could build maybe 10 JCCs every single year for the next who knows how many years. It's all about if everybody gives the tzedakah. So therefore, a person has to know that only through this the community will grow, and this we give tzedakah. The person sets it aside, and he has it, and he knows that the HaKadosh Baruch Hu will pay him back. And the Gemara to both says, whoever has a collector pass by, and you say, oh, I don't have, you pretend as if you don't see him, the Gemara says, this is similar to Avodah Zarah. It's as if you're doing idolatry. What? You don't think Hashem knows how much is in your pocket? You don't think Hashem knows how much is in your bank account? And you pretend, no, the guy calls you, I don't have, please, I'm sorry, now's not a good time. Hashem sees how much you have. Hashem knows how much you have. What? Why are you playing as if you don't have? Everybody knows the party you made the other time. Everybody knows what car you drive. Everybody knows what house you live in. Why are you pretending as if you don't have? So therefore a person, no, it's similar to Avodah Zarah. It's as if you believe there's no God. So therefore a person has to make sure to check his affairs, check his business, check himself, to make sure he pays his pledges, and to make sure that he pays the right at least 10%, if not 20%. And we know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave it to us. Hashem gave us the parnasah. We all scream and ne'ilah. We all buy ptichatecha parnasah. We go crazy and we say, yes, I must buy it. Hashem from Hashem is the parnasah. So the one who gave you it, he also commanded you to give it to somebody else also. So you cannot take it and say, oh, Hashem, you gave it to me, I do whatever I want. It's not our money. It's Hashem gave it to us in order condition to do mitzvah with it, and the number one tzedakah mitzvah is tzedakah. So therefore we should always zocher to do Teshuva on the mitzvah of tzedakah. There's a wonderful story. The Baal Shem Tov Alav Shalom was the Chai Elul was a few days ago, and he said there was a story, very famous story, where two people came. One person came to ask for a parnasah, and he told him you should go dig under this bridge. You'll find tzedakah over there. He went to go dig under the bridge all day. He didn't find the treasure over there. So he sees his friend passing by, and he says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm digging to find treasure." He says, he was thinking to himself, maybe should I tell him, should I not? In the end, he told him, "I'm digging for the treasure. The rabbi told me I need parnasah. I told the rabbi I need parnasah. He sent me over here." He said, "All day I'm looking. I can't find it here. If you want the shovel, here, take it. I'm going to go home." He says, "That's so funny. Thank you for the shovel. You should know. I also went to the rabbi and asked him for parnasah. He told me to go with this address, to move the oven, dig under the oven. You're going to find parnasah. So I don't know whose house this is. I'm embarrassed to go to this person's house. So I never went." So he says, "Okay, interesting." So he starts walking home. The guy who was shoveling all day, and he's thinking. He says, "Listen, this guy, he just told me my address to my house." He ran to his house, he moved the oven, he dug under, he found parnasah, he found the treasure. This guy who took the shovel and he just started digging one time, he dug one hole under the bridge and he found parnasah, he found the treasure. They found each other afterwards and they shared the money and they married their son to their daughter. They became kudo. And then the students heard about the Baal Shem Tov. He told us advice. He said, "Rabbi, you know everything in Shammai, you know the heavens, everything is revealed in front of you. Why would you tell him the advice he needs, and why you tell him the advice he needs? Just tell them straight where they need to go." He says, "I saw in Shammai and they can deserve parnasah, but they need zechut. What zechut? They need zechut of chesed. So I told him this, and I told him this. That way, if they do chesed with each other and they share the advice, then they'll get the parnasah, and then they'll get the decree." So therefore, a lot of times we don't know that maybe we also deserve parnasah, and Hashem's waiting to see if we're going to give tzedakah, and then we're going to get the parnasah. Baruch Nayolam.